Hello guys, happy Thursday. Come on in here and do a quick cool down with me and Ellie. We're inside today because it is hot. It's hot again. It's really, really hot, 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 hot. So Ellie and I are inside today. We're winding down because we're about to cool down, okay? Because even though you're inside, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to sweat, okay? And you're going to get hot. And I'm hot, okay? Okay? So just cool down with me. Hi, Betty. Hello. How are you today? So just got done working out. And we're cooling down. We're going to do both cool downs inside today. Because it has gotten hot again. Really, really hot. It has. Sometimes I'll turn off my light because it helps with the temperature, helps to keep it cooler. So yeah, sometimes I'll turn down my light. So if you guys see it, just know that the lights are down. Look, you do things to help you out, okay? You do things to help yourself out, right? Okay? When you're in the gym, you have to remember, it doesn't look like outside inside the gym. They don't have all of the lights on because guess what? They don't want people to get like overly hot. You know? You know? They don't. They don't. So I turn the lights off and on, but since I'm on here cooling down, I turned it back on for a little bit. So happy Thursday to everybody. Happy Thoughtful Thursday. Thankful Thursday. A terrific Thursday, right? Those T's just work together, right? You can have Thankful Tuesday. The TH just makes it sound better with Thursday. But you're supposed to be thankful every day. Every day. Thankful Thursday. Thankful Tuesday. Thankful Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each day be thankful. You're working? Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. I'm on earlier today because I've been running around a lot today. So I just got a chance to settle down about an hour ago, exercise, and now we're cooling down. Now we're cooling down. But that heat, oh my gosh, that the lights being off and on, they do help. They do help. Okay? So we're just cooling down. If you hear that noise, if anybody hears that noise, kind of ASMR-ish, that's the fan. Okay? That's the fan. It's not up high, but you know how the phones are, the microphone. I'm sure you guys can hear it. And if you're listening or watching, let me know if it's too much. Because guess what? We're winding down. We're cooling down. We can turn it off. Okay? So we're going to go backwards. Okay? Backwards. You're going to trick the body, work the body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. You're going to stop and cool back down forward. Okay? Okay? There we go. There we go. We're cooling down. Getting our heart rate back to a resting heart rate, okay? Depending on your age, you will have a maximum heart rate and a target heart rate, okay? A target range, okay? That range will let you know that you're burning calories. But don't focus on the range so much if you're just exercising for fitness, okay? You just want to move. Keep moving consistently and be persistent about it. 5 days a week at least. There's nothing wrong with doing cardio every day, okay? We move these limbs every day, right? With the grace of God, we move your limbs every day. There's nothing wrong with cardio every day. But start where you need to start. Start where it works for you, okay? Always talk to your doctor, your nurse practitioner. What else? Your PA, your physician's assistant, right? Sometimes, depending on your goals, it has to be a collaborative effort. So they'll send you to a nutritionist, maybe physical therapist, occupational therapist, if needed, according to what your needs are, okay? All right. Hey, Granny. Welcome into the chat, Granny's World. Stopping by to say hello. Hey, mods in the chat. Thank you, Granny. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. We're turning this light off and on. I hope the fan isn't bothering you guys. But even when we're inside, see, when we're outside, we can take some measures to keep cool. Like we can wear hats, caps, especially the UV, the ones that provide UV protection, okay? We can wear sunscreen. It helps with the burn, at least. Not so sure about keeping you cool, but I would think so, because it's protecting you against that burn, okay? Water, of course, water, okay? And make sure that you drink plenty of water, or drink according to your limitations if you have fluid restrictions, okay? So we always push water, but when we're giving out information, we try to include as many people as we can. We have to think about those who have limitations, and sometimes people are on fluid restrictions for whatever reason, okay? So, you know, have your water around according to your restrictions, okay? It's still hot, you still need it. Get it when you can, how you can, and at the best times, okay? So yeah, but inside, at least you can turn the AC on, you can turn a fan on, and even with an AC and a fan on, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to sweat, okay? You're going to sweat. And that's okay, because that should be a part of your goal. If not, you'll quickly learn that's a part of the process, okay? It's a part of the process. You're sweating out those toxins, that junk, that gook, okay? So you should be. It shouldn't be a milestone not to sweat, all right? So you do that. Once you're done, get out of that moisture. Get out of that warmth and that moisture, especially year-round. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. But especially in the summertime, okay? Especially. In the wintertime is no exception. But there's just so much more warmth in the summertime. So get out of those clothes. Have some common sense, okay? Have some, God gives us 5 senses. And some bonus ones. Okay? Common sense is a bonus one. Okay? Natural born, God-given sense is most definitely the bonus of all bonuses. That's just naturally God-given sense. If nobody ever taught you that, you know how when you're a little kid, some things just don't feel right? Even if you never encountered a situation before. So, so if you've never encountered wet clothing before, in the heat, I can promise you, it doesn't feel right when you do. So get out of that stuff. It's icky, it's gooky, it's gunky, it's nasty. It harbors bacteria, those enclosed areas. Get out of those clothes and don't make excuses, okay? Just like you shouldn't make excuses for anything else that you do that's beneficial for you. So we're cooling down. Today, this is going to be a true cool down. Well, as true as it can be, because you guys know a cool down is like 5 minutes, right? About 3 to 5 minutes. But it can be as long as you want it to be. As we see, I'm on here almost every day. And I do 2 cool downs, right? I do one with my my exercise plan. Because you know what I call it over here. Okay. My meal. Have an appetizer, entree, dessert. Okay? And my dessert is my cool down. But I come on live and I do a second cool down, okay? Because that's when I get a chance to come in and talk with you guys, the subscribers, the people who pass through, the people I want to network with. Even though those you don't want to network with watch your every move. And you end up talking to them, giving them some nuggets too. But that's okay. Each one teach one. Because it's become obvious that there's a lot of information that needs to be, you know, exposed. People, but it's so funny because people will take things that they want to take, but they won't take the nuggets that they should take. Okay? Such as knowing your maximum heart rate, knowing what your target heart rate is, knowing what it takes to lose a couple of pounds, knowing which numbers exercise in general can help. Because at the end of the day, it's all for fitness. Common sense things like knowing to get out of those clothes immediately, okay? Immediately, time you touch your door. If you're out and about, you're leaving the gym, fine. Run into the store for a few minutes, jump in your car and get home. But if you get home and you go in that bad boy and you leave back out and you keep those clothes on for hours, an hour or 2, definitely more, that is the most uncommon, you don't want to say certain words, but that is completely a lack of good judgment, okay? We all lack good judgment sometimes. But that's one that's too simple, okay? You shouldn't lack that judgment, okay? You shouldn't lack the fact that you should get in there and get out of that wet stuff, all right? So get your workout in, get your fluids in, specifically water, you know. Maybe even, you know, people talk about Kool-Aid and tea and lemonade. But the thing about Kool-Aid, tea, and lemonade, at least you can determine how much sugar you get, right? You can determine how much sugar you get. Another nugget we dropped the other day, we see that they're paying attention, okay? Because soft drinks, juices have in a serving far more sugar than a woman or man needs, okay, in a day's time, okay? All right? They do. Look it up. They have far more sugar. Look at the recommended amount of sugar that you need, okay? And you'll see that it has more. Hey, Tamika. Tamika says, hey, Lance Pride and everyone. How are you today, Tamika, on this Thursday? Tamika, does it look too dark? I should have asked Betty and Granny. Because a lot of times when I'm working out, this is how the lighting is. But when I get on here, when I'm inside, I turn the light on. So I'm thinking, I'm cooling down. I'm about to go live. Let me turn the light on. But it's really cool. It's nice in here right now. So I would like to keep the light off. But let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you're in the chat or if you're watching or looking. You know, is it a distraction with the light turned down? Or it doesn't matter? I'm hoping it doesn't even matter. But don't tell me what I'm hoping. Just tell me what you feel, okay? Tell me what you feel. I'll leave it on for a few minutes and we'll turn it back off because I am cooling down. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Boom, boom, boom. Because we're going to go backwards. Okay? Backwards. We're going to work the body. Work the body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Trick your body. Trick your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Lighting is okay. Okay, how about when it's so it was okay off? Tamika, because I turned it back on. I heard Tamika say, lady. I turned it back on, but it looks nice like this to me. It looks kind of, honestly, it looks more relaxing, but that's from my end. You know, you got to try to do it the way the people want you to do it, okay? Did you guys work out today? Huh? Did you do those arms? Did you work those arms? Did you work those legs? Did you keep moving? Did you keep moving? Keep moving those legs, moving those arms, moving that body. 30 minutes. Consistently. Okay? Consistently. Feel it. Feel it in the hips. Feel it in the knees. Push, push. Do what you can with as much tension and resistance as you can without hurting yourself. Only assist yourself with extra things if you have to. You know, if you're a beginner or if you have limitations, certain limitations, then you want to assist. Like with an elliptical. It's better to pull on these bars, okay? This helps you glide. Helps you glide. It creates a skiing effect, right? When you're on your treadmill, if you don't need to hold on, don't. But if you need to hold on, hold on. It helps to stabilize you, okay? Okay? Same thing with your bike, okay? When you have a stepper, use that tension. Use that tension, okay? But if you're a beginner, or it's new to you, or you just can't do it yet, get you a pulley and pull on those pulleys and help yourself pull your legs. You'll also help your arms, okay? But if you've been doing this, you probably don't need those assisted devices. Those assisting devices, okay? Just do it whatever way is most comfortable for you too. All right? All right? Just like when you're doing squats, if you have to hold on to something in squat, that's fine. If you can't go down as low as the next person, that's fine. You modify, okay? You modify. You do a modified squat, okay? If you know that you have had injuries, if you know that you've had surgeries, and certain areas don't function at 100%, because anytime you've had some type of surgery, unless you're an athlete, a football player, gymnast, you pretty much, some things you can get back to 100%. But most times, you're a little bit more prone to injuring yourself because it might not get back to 100% in a lot of this, a lot of times. So don't be showing out. Don't be trying to say, yes, I can. Do what's comfortable. Do what's within your range. Okay? Do what's comfortable and do what's within your range. So we're cooling down. We had to come on here and do a quick cool down. So that's what we're doing. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all start hitting the wrong thing. I hit the wrong thing. Jill says, hello, you guys. Hello, lines, cry, and chat. What you up to, Jill? Are you on a break? Or are you just chilling? Okay, stop. Now backwards. Stop. Trick the legs. Trick the legs, trick the legs, trick the legs. Tamika says, hey, Jill. What Jill say? Oh, she says, hey, Tamika, hon. Hey, Tamika. Jill says, hey, Tamika. Yeah, I think. So I'm glad to have you in here, Jill. Because I think I tricked the other mods. They are so used to me being on in the evening time. I think Brilliant may be asleep. And that's good. I hope she's asleep. She needs to rest. She needs to get her some rest. And Donna, Angel, she might be asleep too. She might be asleep too. Because she's usually ready for me during the evenings. So I think I tricked them. I tricked them today. Yeah, I tricked them today. So Tamika said that the lighting is okay. How about with you, Jill? Because I'm inside. So we have to, you know, when you're inside, you want to feel as comfortable as possible because you can. Because you know you can turn the AC down. And then you know you can put your fan on and you can turn the light down. So I turned the light down. I turned the light down. But I turn it back on every few minutes. Just in case. Just in case. Yeah, I'm getting some last paperwork. Oh, okay, some last minute paperwork done at work before I clock out. I peeked that. And so, okay, I got you. I got you. But thank you for coming in here while you get that paperwork done. It feels good to be about to clock out, doesn't it? Okay. Okay. So I had it down because I was inside. Because you know, when you're outside, you can control the situation a little bit. You can wear a hat. You can take a towel with you. You can take a bottle of water. But you really can't control that temperature outside. When you're inside, you can turn the AC on, have the fans on, and turn the lights down. And that helps a lot. It helps a lot. But with this fan on, right here in front of me, I hope it's not too loud. Yeah, Jill, that helps a lot. You still gotta sweat. You still gotta sweat it out. Sweat out those toxins, sweat out that waste. But it feels good to sweat it out inside. Now when it's raining outside, I love it. I love that. When it gives us a little, you know, a drizzle, a light shower, that feels so good. It feels so good. Okay, stop. Backwards. Stop. 4. Yeah, it really does. But I like being outside, though. I like being outside. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it's been like either 100 degrees or close to 100 degrees everywhere. Everywhere. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's been 100 degrees or close to 100 degrees everywhere. And if it wasn't, well, it was close to 100. So if it wasn't 100, feeling like 104 or 105, it was like 89, 90, feeling like 95. 89 or 90, feeling like 95. Like 89, 90 degrees with the feel of 95. So, look, I had to get on my best friend today, okay? I had to get on my best friend. Ellie was like, come on, come on. Who is that? Ruben? Let's get woohoo. Okay, Ruben. Ruben, you coming in with some excitement. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ruben. Ruben, you're coming in with some excitement. I appreciate that. It's good to see somebody coming in on a high note. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you for dropping in the chat and saying a positive word. Okay? Okay? Jill is about to get out of there. I want to thank Kamika and Betty for coming through. I thank all of you guys for coming through. Those who decided to drop down, those who didn't. I just want to encourage you to watch the legs move. Watch the legs move. Keep those legs moving, okay? Keep moving. Keep moving consistently for 30 minutes if you can. 5 days per week, okay? 5 days per week. But you can do it 7 days. There's nothing wrong with cardio 7 days per week. Cardio in some form or fashion, okay? This elliptical, a treadmill, a stationary bicycle. Get outside and ride your bicycle, okay? Go skating, go swimming, okay? Skip, okay? Run, jog, whichever one you can do. Sprint, okay? Whichever one you can do. Dance. One of the easiest ones you can do is just get up and dance. Okay? You don't feel like walking through your neighborhood, riding the bicycle through your neighborhood? Go walk at the mall. Go walk at a strip mall. Okay? Walk around your house. Walk around the yard. Okay? Walk around the yard. Stay close to home. And better yet, if you just don't want to get out there, find the biggest room in your house and do laps around that room. Start out with 10. Okay, it's just a room. Get you the biggest, and if you don't have to get the biggest room, get an average size room. Or walk around every room of your house a few times, okay? Walk around every room of your house a few times. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. Hello, Ruben. Welcome, welcome. Please don't forget to thumbs up this live, okay? I appreciate it. You guys can support in the plethora of ways, okay? You can thumbs live up. I would appreciate it. I don't harp on it. I don't just beat you down about that. Because I have learned, I see some people get really kind of upset some of them aren't upset, but they really kind of hang on that. Well, guess what? They deserve to be, everybody deserves a thumb up, right? Everybody deserves a thumb up, okay? But I notice that sometimes when you ask, people leave. Some people will even take it back. So I want to say I appreciate the ones who did thumbs up the video, okay? We appreciate you if you just watched, because that's still a form of support, okay? We greatly appreciate you if you dropped in the chat and left a comment or two, okay? Would appreciate it if you haven't subscribed to subscribe. Another appreciation would be to tap that notification bell, known as my YouTube doorbell, so that you'll be notified every time I do a short or go live, okay? So there are a plethora of ways that you can support. So I'll just say I appreciate whichever one or combination you choose, okay? And I definitely appreciate my mods for welcoming you in. Thank you, Jill. Jill has been the only mod in here today. So we gotta start doing this. Giving our mods a round of applause. Okay. Because some people show appreciation in many forms to their mods and their subscribers. Some by word, some financially. If you can do that, do that. If you can't, definitely make sure that you know that they are appreciated. Mentioning someone, okay? Give people recognition. Give people their recognition. Okay? Give people their recognition. Great white shark 154 said women 150 pounds and under. How much do you weigh, great white shark? How much do you weigh? Because you're a great white shark. So get your ass back out there at sea. Okay? Get your ass back out there at sea, great white shark. Every woman can't weigh. What would a woman 5'10", 5'8" look like weighing 150 pounds? Okay? Tell me. He doesn't know, Jill. We won't find out either. Jill, a hot mess. A hot mess. You have people who by the scales or measurements would be considered overweight, in some cases even obese, okay? They do all the things that some don't, but hey, some slender people don't do all the things they need to do. To be fit, fitness doesn't discriminate, okay? It doesn't discriminate as far as age, gender, weight, nationality, race, any of that. You want to be as fit as possible. Of course, you don't want to be without the range of normal. But when you think about that, those numbers are sometimes designed with a particular number of people. So you can't apply those numbers to everybody and determine whether or not they are fit. Okay? Jill, I was trying to, but the name threw me. I didn't really even like the name. You cannot, and it's just like he came in here saying that I can't stand people like that. And if you look at him, he's probably 6 feet tall and 400 pounds. So would some people say he could stand to lose some weight? He could be 5'5" and 250. Okay? So those scales, yeah, they say as far as your height and age and things like that, what you should weigh. But some people would look kind of awkward, okay? And some people maybe wouldn't even look awkward, if you're used to seeing someone a certain way and they're exercising for fitness, and then they decide they want to lose a few pounds, they're going to look different to you until you get used to seeing them, right? They're going to look different. But what we want to make sure people don't do is overdo it. Overdo it trying to satisfy people with opinions like the great white shark, okay? Don't overextend yourself and don't overexert yourself trying to live up to the expectations of people who aren't perfect, because nobody's perfect. Don't extend yourself or overexert yourself trying to accomplish unrealistic goals. We talked about that earlier this week. Some goals are unrealistic. And sometimes you have to tell people that their goals might be unrealistic. You may be challenging yourself too much. We have to tell ourselves that sometimes. And sometimes it takes somebody to let you know, hey, pump the brakes. You're doing a little bit much. Anything that you do, make sure you contact your healthcare provider. He'll know everything that he needs to know about you. If you guys have that type of open relationship, okay? And he'll let you know where you need to start. And the things that he doesn't know, because guess what? Different people have, the doctor, he has an expertise. But he knows how to send you to other experts as well. He knows how to send you to the dietitian. Because he may not have time to really sit down and go over a diet plan with you, even though he may know how. Okay? He knows how to send you to a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a physical therapist. He knows when it's okay to see his nurse practitioner or his physician's assistant. But I bet what he won't do is send you to somebody like the great white shark, okay? Who just threw out a random number of a random weight that all women should be, okay? Just crazy. Quit trying to see. That's why a lot of people end up out here overexerting themselves because of people like him with their opinions. And I bet you he doesn't look like, you know, you got a lot of Hollywood celebrities, and you have a lot of people, period, who are good looking, nice looking. But if you ask them if there was something that they would change, some of them would say no, and that's good, but some of them would say yes. It would be just like, you know, polling the general population, okay? And he probably looks a hot mess. He probably looks a hot mess. You have some people who are overweight, maybe even considered obese, but they can probably run faster than somebody who's within their weight range, okay? They can probably bounce around and do things with ease compared to somebody else because they probably still take care of themselves. You never know why somebody is overweight. You never know why someone is obese. Yes, you can come to an assumption, and yes, sometimes it may be because they have an obsession with food. Sometimes it may be hereditary. Why don't people get that in their heads? If it's hereditary, you can only fight it so much, okay? And once you fight it, you got to give yourself a break, because if it's hereditary, it's hereditary. And sometimes when I say hereditary, it might start with you, okay? Your mom might be Slim Jim. Metabolism still high. She's your mom, okay? 130 pounds and she's about 5'5", 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", 5'4". But you may be about the same height and you weigh 215. Your dad may be a slender, toned man, but for some reason that fat gene may have missed your mom and dad from somewhere up in your family and hit you. It's genetics, it's DNA, it's hereditary, and each generation doesn't always get it, okay? Have you guys seen people who the child is much taller than the mom and the dad, or much shorter than the mom or the dad? But sometimes you'll have a set of parents that look like they won Miss America and Mr. America, fit as fiddles as far as appearance, but the child may be overweight, okay? So you never know, that could be stress, okay? It could be they got it from their granny, they got it from auntie. Your uncles and your aunties, you guys share the same DNA, okay? Even if you're half siblings or half aunties, if you're people who, you know, that way. So when people like the great white shark come in here, it ticks me off. And when I see those comments everywhere else, because it makes people overextend. You know, people who don't have the right mindset, you never know what frame of mind a person is in. It makes them overextend. It's already enough people out here trying to compete, you know, and then they hear something like that, it makes them go harder. You know, compete where you compare. Compete where you compare. You can't compete where you don't compare. You compare to yourself, okay? And if you want to compare anybody, compare to your family. Look at your family. What do your siblings look like? What do your parents look like? Maybe you can kind of formulate why you may have a particular shape or a particular issue. You know, and that's from weight to high blood pressure to high cholesterol to high to high glucose. All that stuff may play. So same thing with weight. But again, those things also can skip a generation. Neither of your parents can have it, and your number goes like, you're like, huh? My parents don't have this, my siblings don't. But maybe you and one of the siblings have it. And maybe it's just one of your siblings. Maybe it's just you, but nobody else dealt with it. Okay? So all of those things can either be passed from generation to generation, or they can skip a generation. When I was a kid, I had to learn, like, sometimes, you know, sometimes kids are just kind of chubby. Sometimes kids are just kind of skinny. Those terms that we used to say a lot. But then they grow up and they grow out of it. And somebody that you grew up with became, you know, the finest thing in school. Okay? They maybe were a little bit heavy or a little bit small. Grew up and became the most finest thing you ever saw Okay? So people go through changes, but to come in here and make that general statement, women 150 and under, some women 150 and under, you would be amazed at what that looks like. So I probably would be amazed at what you look like, Great White Shark. And you probably are gone because you're a troll. Jill, I was suspicious when he came in here on that rah-rah and he was all excited because I never saw him before. Sometimes they'll try to, you know, the wolf in sheep's clothing. But I play it however they play it. He came in excited and happy. So I'm like, okay, we can use that. And I'm saying to myself, let's see how long it lasts. It was what, the third comment? Jill says that is so true. I don't judge. I'm sure not a slim girl, so I don't pass judgment on other people's weight. Right, exactly. Exactly. Right, you know, slender people. Jonathan, hello. Thank you for coming into the chat. Appreciate you. You know, stop passing judgment on people. And I know we're human. Just I'm sitting here saying it now. When I get off this, I got a meeting. I might go in that meeting, somebody may walk in, and I might say, what the heck? You know, I'm not going to judge her appearance, but I might judge what she has on. You know, not judging in a way that I think I'm better than her or she's less than me or anybody else in the room. But sometimes that's just what humans do. But I'm not gonna go overboard. And people know when enough is enough, and you know when you cross certain lines. Okay? You know when you cross certain lines. Hola, hola, hola. Jill says, welcome in, Jonathan. Jonathan says, hola. Right, Jill. When you see some people, you know, Jill, it's like you can't win for losing in society. When we look at the way people are, the same person who will criticize somebody for being overweight will also criticize somebody for being too slender. And then they'll be sitting there looking like a big back white shark. Yeah. See, that's what I'm telling you. Sometimes people, you come over here for positivity, but hey, we're going to give you how you come. We're going to give you how you come. So great white shark probably sitting up there somewhere looking like a big back whale. Okay? Sometimes you gotta meet people where they at. So if they come in on their BS, or if they start up that BS, you give them that BS. Come here talking about what all women should be 150 pounds or less. I'm like, now, I'm not huge, but I'm over 5'5". So, but what if he said all women under 5 feet? Woohoo! You know what I'm saying? People are crazy. People are crazy. Okay, Jill, I appreciate you. So yeah, some people can't gain weight. That's a good point. But the same people who criticize people for being obese will criticize a slim person without knowing what their situation is. Okay, especially when people are really, really slim. Again, it could be hereditary, or it just could be something going on with them that they don't gain weight. It could simply be the metabolism. You know, high metabolism, increased metabolism. Their mother and their father might be, yeah, when she gets maybe 30, 35, if she does like I did, she'll pick up about 10 to 15 pounds. Okay? Some people get that college spread when they go to college. All people don't get it, but a lot of people do. They graduate, they say it's hard to get rid of. But for some people, they dedicate themselves to getting rid of it. They become consistent and persistent, and they get rid of it. So you just never know. So we're just cooling down a little bit earlier today. Okay? We're cooling down a little bit earlier today. And don't listen to people like the Great White Shark people. Okay? Don't listen to that. If you come across this live replay and you saw his comment, if you're able to see the comments, I'll probably edit it. You probably won't be able to see the comments. But if you see those comments, ignore that junk. Ignore that junk. Again, you got enough people out here trying to overexert themselves and going overboard, trying to live up to an expectation of someone else already. They won't even admit that they're trying to live up to what someone else is doing. But they're throwing themselves in a circle. Throw that thing in a circle, okay? They're throwing themselves in a circle. trying to compete where they don't compare. Okay? You can only compete where you compare. You compare to yourself. Try to be better than you were the day before. It's so funny. It's actually hilarious when you see people attempting to compete, overexerting themselves, wearing themselves out, and then they see comments like that. Oh my God, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. Now some stuff, it's funny. You have to just call people out. You have to say, sit down. Calm your butt down. Pump your brakes. Do what you can do. At the intensity at which you can do it. The speed at which you can do it. Okay? However it works for you to make you. Why would you work out to feel better only to overexert yourself and feel crap? Okay? People literally go broke trying to live up to the expectations or compete with somebody else. Literally go broke. Or literally, I mean, when I say go broke, I mean mentally, physically, and financially. Mentally, physically, and financially. They'll go broke. Trying to live up to the Joneses. Trying to live up to the Roberts. They saw you with the car, a certain car, now they want it. They saw you with a piece of exercise equipment, now they want it. They saw you with a new house, now they want it. And their house may be 5 years old. You know? Instead of enjoying that new house, because if it's 5 years old, it's definitely a new house. You know? But people love competition. I think for some people, the competition drives them. But if that's not the true you, you're going to only be driven so much. It's sad when you have to be driven because you're trying to keep up with somebody else. So, Great White Shark, there are already people out here trying to compete where they don't compare. Keeping up with the next person. So those comments that you make makes it even harder for them mentally. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. So you guys, of course, I said this would be a short cool down with Ellie, the elliptical, and me. But of course, the longer we go, the longer we like to go, right? Especially when you're cooling down, because this is the dessert phase. This is the dessert phase, okay? This is the dessert phase. This is the dessert phase. Warm up, appetizer. Workout, entree. Cool down, dessert. Okay? That's what we call it over here in Lion's Pride. I created that, okay, because it makes you, when you tend to relate things to each other, I'm that type of person. I relate things that are totally opposite, but sometimes similar. So much opposite till they end up sometimes being similar. And it helps you. Just like we talked about yesterday, the word radar. R-A-D-A-R. Okay? Yesterday I said, when I think of my workout, I think of words like radar. The way you spell them from the left, it's the same way you spell them from the right. There's a term for that. Can't think of it right now, but you guys know what it is. Radar, okay? R-A-D-A-R. What is that backwards? R-A-D-A-R. So when I'm working out, I want to start and finish the same. Start out stretching, warm up, exercise, cool down, and I bet you know what's last. Stretching. Okay? Stretching. A long time ago, I said, you know what? Working out is kind of like that. So I start to equate it to certain things. Okay? Sometimes certain things that I like and enjoy. It's just sometimes just things. Okay, I equate my workouts to radar. Okay? Stretching, you warm up. You exercise. You cool down. The stretching and the cooling down would be the A's. Okay? The working out would be the D. The stretching on either side would be the R. Okay? I think I said stretching already, but I said it wrong if I did. I've always thought about radar. Start stretching, end stretching. Warm up and cool down. Those fit where the letter A is. Okay? And your workout is where the D fits. Okay? So that's how I do that. But it's absolutely, absolutely a meal. Okay? It's absolutely, I've always equated it to that. Warm up is my appetizer, my workout is my entree, and my cool down is my dessert. So do things in a way that work for you. And even if you take a play off of somebody, gosh darn, put a spin on it. You know, put a spin on it. Jeez, jeepers creepers, put a spin on it. Put a spin on it. Make it yours. Don't make theirs yours. Okay? So it's almost been an hour, so I might as well just finish this cool down. And I can just really go really slow now. Okay? Really slow now. Really, really slow. We got 3,000 on it. Okay? Because we were on the elliptical today. And we were cooling down. And that's in the cool down alone. Okay? So we're going to go backwards. That helps to cool me down too. Because when you go backwards, you can go fast. But I like to slow it down a little bit sometimes and go backwards. Okay? Go forward. Okay? Start to cool down. Remember, warm up, cool down, those are the A's. You warm up, you gradually start to move. You slowly start, but you go up a little bit to get your body prepared for your workout. Okay? Your cool down, you gradually come off of that workout. Get that heart rate back down to resting heart rate. Okay? And of course you started with a stretch and you end with a stretch. All right? All right? All right? I'm not going to stretch when I get off here. I will a little bit because I've already did stretching. You guys know I do 2 cool downs, right? While I'm exercising, I do my cool down and I come on here to spend some time with the subscribers and of course my moderators. And we drop nuggets in the chat, okay? We drop informational and educational nuggets. We drop entertainment in the chat, okay? It's the things that we say over here are for informative purposes only. Disclaimer, informative purposes only. But we don't just tell you any old thing, okay? We tell you things to make you think and make you go look it up for yourself. Also, you can ask any healthcare provider that you have about it, okay? Because it may work for us, and it may work for you, but it may work differently for you. You can take it and share it with a family member, a friend, co-worker, classmate, church member, the lady in the Walmart checkout. You can share those things with anybody, okay? Like the elderly people taught us, okay? Listen to an old person, teach a young person. But guess what? You can flip that around as well. You're never too old to learn. So you can listen. You're never too old to teach or learn. So they always would say, learn from an elderly person, teach a young person. And I stand on that and believe that. But guess what? You can also learn from a young person, okay? And teach an elderly person. You can be taught things. We're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn. And see, we have, to my knowledge, we had one troll to come through today. And guess what? Your name was Great White Shark, so we're just going to keep referencing you, okay? Now, had you been monetized, I wonder how much they would have paid you to come in here and troll. Y'all know I've been asking if YouTube decides to monetize the trolls, will it go down, right? Yes, Tamika, like we can learn from any and everybody. Generally speaking, when you think about it from a common sense perspective, yes, we should be teaching young people, preparing them for things. A lot of times, especially when they get to a certain age, when they're almost an adult, or when they're a young adult, they don't want to hear that, what you have to say. And it's not so much that they don't want to hear it, but they still want to do things their way, because they're like, well, that's how it was when you were that age. And pretty much most basic principles of life are the same way, no matter your age, no matter your generation. But they do have a point in most people have to learn for themselves. But at the same time, you want to teach your children, your nieces and nephews, other children. Teach them. And as adults, we still learn from those more mature, those more seasoned, those people who are elderly. Okay? But you can flip it around and you can teach the elderly, the more mature, the more seasoned people as well. And you can learn from an infant. Okay? You can learn from an infant. An infant is a great educator for a new mom. Okay? An infant is a great educator for a new mom, a new dad. But the key to that is you have to be willing to learn. Sometimes we don't have the patience to learn. Sadly to say, that's even when it comes to kids. Some people, they don't have the patience. And some people, maybe they don't have the patience, but once they have that first child, they develop a degree of patience. They have to. They have to. And then maybe they don't develop the patience to the point where they really need to. But I think when you become a parent, if you're a very impatient person, I think you do get a little bit better. Maybe you don't get to where you need to be, but you've got to. Okay? And again, you would think the general consensus would be that you have to, but some people will tell you, and honestly, that's a good thing, that they aren't very patient people. They weren't patient with their kids. They wish they could have done things differently because of their lack of patience. They wish they could have handled situations in the shopping mall differently. They wouldn't have gotten angered so easily if they had more patience. Maybe they would have went further in school. Instead of getting a bachelor's degree, maybe they would have gotten their master's degree if they had more patience. Once they got that bachelor's, they were like, I'm done. So when they got that master's degree, maybe they were like, I've been patient enough. But someone who's a little bit more patient will go ahead and get that PhD. Okay? It's just different strokes for different folks. And as people, we have to be able to recognize our flaws. Okay? And flaws can be, oh my gosh, there are too many flaws to name that we as people can have, that human beings have. Okay? And sadly, a lot of it is mental. People will compete with you so hard that it will drive them crazy. Like I made in my community post, it'll drive them crazy, or it'll break them mentally and financially. Okay? It'll drive them crazy mentally and financially, trying to compete. Mentally and financially. Sad situation. The best thing for anybody to do in life is to be them. Be them. Because you can't compete where you don't compare. You can't compete where you don't compare. Hell, sometimes we can't. You should only compete with yourselves. And sometimes we go backwards. Sometimes, like, your Tuesday may not have been better than your Monday. You hope to be better each day, but sometimes your Wednesday may not have been better than your Monday or Tuesday. Sometimes we go backwards. And then we have to jump up and make up that work and go double time and get back to where we were, so we can continue to go ahead and get back to prospering. Get back to prospering and getting further ahead. When I say further ahead, meaning further than where you were. So it has been an hour. I thank and appreciate you guys for coming on here. I might still come on this evening, but I knew that there was a chance I wouldn't. I said that yesterday. And so I was like, okay, I have a break. I have a meeting in a couple of hours. So let me just jump on here, sweat a little bit. I didn't do any resistance training, any weight training today. Straight cardio. Double cardio. Okay? We do cardio every day throughout the day. But sometimes we put that emphasis on it. Okay? We put emphasis on it. So later tonight, I might do some curls, some arm curls, some leg curls. I might mix it up. But I gotta get off of here, go to the shower, because you don't want to be stinky pants. Oh, brilliant. Where is Brilliant? I hope she's getting her some rest. You don't want to be stinky pants, okay? And if you're working to make it count and you're working to make it work, you will sweat. Get out of those clothes. Get out of that bra, okay? Get out of those panties. Those areas are enclosed. It's hot, okay? Men, get out of your clothes as well. But I just, I'm a lady. So I'm just re-emphasizing to the ladies, because believe it or not, some ladies don't know that. Tamika, thank you, Tamika. Have a great day. Yes, stinky pants. Where's Brilliant? You walking around here with that dry sweat on your tail, okay? Get out of those sweaty pants. Shoot, them sweaty panties, them drawers. YouTube, you are appreciated. Everybody want to fuss about YouTube. Hell, I fuss about some stuff. But we got to let YouTube know. Just like we have to let our subscribers know, our moderators know. Those who just swipe through. Those who just go through. We have to let them know. Hell, even some of the trolls. Because when they come in, they hang out for a minute, that's a view. Okay? Okay? So YouTube provides this platform to do however they want to do, like we always say, when they want to do. So hey, YouTube, you're appreciated. Social media, all of you are appreciated. Because I honestly, as I always say, I think that you were created for educational purposes, informative purposes, networking purposes, for people to teach and learn. Quality teaching inspires more learning. Okay? The more a person learns, the more they want to learn. But especially if they're, when you're learning on your own, the more you learn, the more you want to learn. But also, this is from kindergarten to just the local community class you may take that's being offered for free at your local college. Good quality teaching inspires learning. Okay? Tamika says, oh, Tamika, you would be surprised. I couldn't believe what I heard. I heard it. Not all the time. I'm like, man, did nobody teach you? Like, nobody taught you? You better get out of those moist, wet clothes. In the summertime, you might not even be doing anything. You might go just, you get home from work, and we not gonna get graphic, YouTube, but you use the restroom and them panties look a little wet on the side, on the rims. Baby, get out those clothes, and you didn't even exercise. So imagine you walking, running. You better get out of those clothes. Baby, the warmth promotes bacteria growth, okay? And it causes things to get out of sync. Maybe not every time, maybe not for a long time, but you do it long enough. Just as Lance Pride, I have to go home and work hard. If you are still on once I get off, I will be back. Okay, thank you, Gia. I appreciate you coming in. I came on a little bit earlier because I'm not sure if I'll be back this evening. But hey, if I don't, I appreciate you greatly for coming in. And I will see you, if it's the Lord's will, tomorrow or Saturday. Because it's almost Friday, y'all. It's almost Friday. It is almost Friday. Tamika, yeah. Oh, like, get out of those clothes. You want, look, girl, when I get off of this, look, set towel, everything, whoop, coming off, standing under the ceiling fan for about 2 minutes, if that, heading to a shower, Not a bird bath or a batch bath. You know what a batch bath is, right? A BATCH bath. A BA YouTube TCH. You know what that is, right? Mm-mm. Not no ho 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 bath. Mm-mm. We're taking this good shower, baby. Get that bra off of you. You know? That stuff is what causes heat rash and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell people that. If you have to run into a store on your way from the gym, that's one thing. That's cool. That's fine. But run in there and run out and get your butt home. Okay? Or like a lot of people, just shower at the gym. Shower at the gym. Shower at the gym. So I thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Again, I appreciate you. Keep those legs moving. Keep moving consistently. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And y'all, quit running around here trying to compete with people, saying that you're not. You're competing where you don't compare. Compete where you can compare. And that is with yourself. The person that you were yesterday, today you can compete with that person. It'll keep you more sane. And it'll also help you from going broke. Mentally and financially, okay? Don't do anything that's too much for you. Don't overexert yourself, okay? Listen to all of those professionals that we always talk about. Do any of those things that we named. Once you've gotten okay, especially if you're just starting, or if it's been years, or even if it's been a few months, you know, get your regular checkups, okay? We're going to be telling people things we need to be able to do or say that, yeah, we do those things, okay? Get your regular checkups. Talk with those people. They will help you. They will steer you the right way. I don't know a healthcare provider that doesn't want you to move in some way, you know? And if you have limitations, they will come up with ways to modify your movements. They'll come up with ways to modify your movements. We've been preaching that for over a year now. Every day. Every day. Some days we touch on some things, some days we don't, but pretty much in a week's time, it's repetitive. It's repetitive. But I'm glad that you come back, because somebody somewhere needs to hear it sometimes, okay? And sometimes it needs to be reinforced. We need to hear it again. You motivate yourself by motivating others. And sometimes you don't realize that until you motivate others. But when you motivate others, my geez, keep it, you know, others who are motivated, keep it within range, okay? Keep it. Don't become obsessed with somebody else's goals. Don't become obsessed, so obsessed that you become a carbon copy of somebody else's goals. Okay? Because you're definitely going to plateau. You're definitely going to plateau. We all plateau, but you're not going to even be able to see the results you're searching, because you are trying to live up to somebody else's goals. Don't go broke mentally, emotionally, or financially trying to live up to the expectation of somebody else. Trying to grow your channel in a way that you think somebody else grew their channel. Especially when you're right here in the same compartment of people. The same compartment of people. They get bored seeing one person do it all the time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, what do you think? But hey, people get a hit here or there. They just have to learn. They have to look at the overall, the whole process. And even then, some of them still don't learn. So you teach one. Each one teach one when you can. Everybody's not going to be receptive. Okay? So on that note, I wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity breed, live, and roam, you fail to prosper. You fail to prosper. If you find yourself in a misery lounge, in a lounge with somebody trying to pull in a lot of people to make them miserable, get out of that lounge and go back to your happy lounge, okay? Because there's nothing worse than walking into a lounge where somebody's trying to create misery. There's nothing worse than walking into a place and seeing a carbon copy of yourself and you know that it's not you. Okay? So, be you. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. Bye-bye, Tamika. Thank you again for coming in. I appreciate you, Jill. Betty came in for retirement days. And I can't remember who else, but to the people that didn't drop down in the chat, you are just as appreciated because you were in the chat and I saw you up there. And hey, you're appreciated. All right? All right? And on that note, I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. Maybe this evening, most likely not. But we'll catch you tomorrow, Saturday. Okay, because we haven't taken, did we take a day off? I don't know. I don't look to take the days off. I pray to be blessed to do every day, even though sometimes we have to take a day off because we have to do things, right? So that's okay. It's just like when you're working. Sometimes you have to take a day off of work. They don't want you to, but look, let me tell you, that's another thing. Before I get out of here, don't let these people work y'all so hard till you feel like 2 or 3 days isn't enough to get a break from work. Sometimes you feel like I need a month's vacation. That means take yourself a day off. You know, even the schools, even most states and cities, most cities and states, their schools get at least 1 day off a month. You know? So, nothing wrong with taking a day off from work or from play. All right? Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.